Despite Hurricane Melvin sitting off the coast of coastal North Carolina, it was another beautiful day in eastern North Carolina, so I headed down to Cow Branch Motorsports Park in Macclesfield, North Carolina with my boy Wild Bill McPherson pulling the whole shot there. Already in the lead by a mile on the first lap. Now, when I tell y'all that this woman brought her full-grown lemur to the motocross race and was pushing it around in a baby stroller, I knew y'all wouldn't believe me, so I did film this clip for your viewing pleasures.
Oh, I just ate lunch. Might have some ham there.
Murphy. What's this?
So yeah, Murphy the lemur tried to steal my camera, more importantly stole my heart and casted voodoo on me. More on that in a second. Right now we're on the gate for Open C-Class first moto of the day. And I'm going to go ahead and brag on myself here for just a second, because it should be noted that your boy bought his first dirt bike on September 27th, 2023. So after a 19-year break from motocross, we're actually celebrating my 2-year anniversary of ripping motocross on the gate right now. And only moved up from beginner class to C class in February of this year, 7 short months ago. And in that race, I would get, I think, 27th out of 29 riders. It was bad. Anything here other than last place, honestly, be a solid effort. Great block pass here by the third place rider, denying me access to the inside of this little split section here. That was a pretty good start for me. Definitely very psyched to be sitting 4th out of 10 right now. Like I said, really anything other than last, a huge accomplishment. Open C class, super fast class. These guys, top guys out here running like 4-second lap time off of, the fastest people there all day. Open C class, super fast. If I had a rear view mirror on, you would see that there's like 4 dudes directly behind me. Your boy is sweating up here. Didn't brake early enough coming over this roller corner. Missed the main rut to the inside there. Had to go around the outside. Got past. And it was so soft on the exit of that outside right there. I wasn't even able to get the speed for the step up. Gonna be the only time we're gonna roll that today. Don't worry too much about that. This finish line straight at Cow Branch is so sick. Just ripping along down the sidelines. You know, all the fans by the fences right there. High speed over that triple finish line jump. Shout out to this young buck for passing me around the outside right there. And I only ever hit that inside line all day because I swear it was faster. But he must have been getting impatient or something, pushing it around the outside, made the pass stick. We're going to try to hold on tight. I know I already led him for like an entire lap. I should be able to keep up here. Blew that rut though, pushing. That's the thing when you're trying to follow the guy in front of you. Really just need to focus on your own ride. Can't watch him ride and take care of our own business. One thing I gotta say about Cow Branch, you're about to know the distinct difference in the color of the soil as we switch from the sand section to the red clay here. This track is pretty much 50% kind of loamy sand and 50% North Carolina red clay. The red clay is absolutely beautiful. Switch into the red clay right there. My boy Wild Bill McPherson and I were talking about it on the drive up. We're pretty well decided out of any track we've ever been to. Cow Branch has some of the best soil. I mean, this place is beautiful, and having that 50% of the track being that dark, deep sand and 50% of it being red clay. It almost feels like you get to ride 2 tracks every lap. I love Cow Branch, man. Y'all need to make the trip to Cow Branch Motocross Park, Macclesfield, North Carolina, if you hadn't been yet. Also, like I said, we're sitting 6th here. Anything other than 10th would have been good. But I know I can keep up with this guy. I might be able to catch him, so we're going to keep pushing extra hard on this next lap. Now I have to wonder, did he hold the lemur too? Because I promise y'all things are about to start getting a little bit weird. But that's the story how I would take 5th of 10 and Open C Moto 1. One of my best, literally my best result ever in the Open C class. Super psyched on that. Not much to show for the rest of this moto. So going to go ahead and skip on to Open C Moto 2. And you'll see with the results here, Wyatt from Virginia kept me honest that race. 7 seconds off me the first lap, 5 seconds the second lap, 2 seconds the third lap, 1 second on the last lap. I just wanted to give him a shout out there for that consistent effort, that full race. The braking bumps in this corner were pretty serious. Unfortunately, missed the brakes just a little bit. Have to go around the outside. Young Buck passes me on the inside. He's got me both motos so far. At this juncture, I really don't know what position I'm in. I just know I'm a little bit behind where I was the last race, and I'm really thinking if I push hard, I can latch on to these 2 guys in front of me and maybe make a move, make a push, make a pass. And part of pushing is eventually you're going to go too fast in the entrance to a corner and just totally miss the inside rut. Around the outside right there, lost a good bit of time after catching up a little bit. Now we're going to try to push a little even harder. Catch back up again. But as you'll see here, I kept pushing. Didn't really lose on the gap, but wasn't able to close up on it much either. Those 2 guys right up there, still sitting 7th, still pushing. Caught the inside good here. Hammer on the throttle, roast the triple. Really fortunate it's not an active hurricane. Look at those guys. Too hard into this deep rut, and how's that for some lemur voodoo? I was in 7th, we're already in 9th, 10th. It's game over, boys. Really hard to make up any ground after that one. Might as well move on to 30+ amateur class. Will say though, pretty proud of myself for taking a pretty heavy shot to the right collarbone there, immediately getting back on the bike at least as quick as I could, hammering the throttle, roasting that step up. But that class was so competitive, and I lost so much time on that tip over. Definitely pushing as hard as I could here, just not able to gain any traction on these guys. It's one of the A riders on the first gate drop making the pass on me before we catch the checker flag here, moving on to 30 plus amateur. Next up, going on the gate for the 30 plus amateur class, Moto 1. I'm going to go ahead and say this was one of my best motos ever, and I don't necessarily qualify moto. The greatness of it based on the place I get, but the effort I gave, I know this was one of the best races, some of the fastest laps I ever put down. That was definitely a good start for me to be top half of the pack, entering this first corner, made my way to the inside. Gonna hammer on the throttle real quick here, make my first pass of the moto. Now we're already sitting third, and I'm thinking, man, I'd love to give me a trophy today. I met a lemur. The lemur was super cool. His name was Murphy. To give me a trophy, so I'm pushing here. I think if I grab the throttle a little extra, I can push it around the outside. Pushing, making it stick. Now we're sitting second. All we got to do is try to catch up to the leader. So that is going to be the leader right there in front of us. Just going to push to try to keep up with him. But if you look even further ahead, he's already caught up to one of the riders on the first gate drop. So we're going to have to try to figure out how to navigate getting around him. Like first place rider in my class goes to the inside, makes the pass. Well, feel free to let me know in the chat if I deserve that. He definitely roosted me pretty heavily right there. Also, I'm never going to recognize over the course of this race that the camera got totally splattered. You can't really see anything. So you're all just going to have to believe me. Actually, I'll put the results up. We're going to sit second for a while here. I'm going to skip forward to the lemur drama. So yeah, it was a pretty rough day in the tip over department. Pretty unfortunate there to sit second for so long and then just throw second place away. Frankly, I'm pretty upset by the time I get back on my bike, so we're going to be pushing really hard to catch that rider. He's probably just a little bit in front of us, probably a full straightaway in front of us. Going to push really hard to try to catch him and reclaim second, because the simple fact of the matter is I passed him one time already, fairly easy, and I knew I dropped him a little bit, so I probably deserve at a minimum to be in second place this race. And it only took me about a third of a lap, and we've already caught him by this much. Like I said, pushing. Story of the day, stupid tip overs. The one thing I want to say about that, so I think you can ride a dirt bike at 80% effort all day long with little issue, but as soon as you try to really push and fight and tow towards that 100% effort line, things start to get real weird real fast. Frankly, just happy I didn't get hurt, you know. It's definitely easy to get hurt on a dirt bike. Pretty bummed how things went Moto2 in both classes this day. But not too much to complain about. There's the pass, and gonna mosey on into the finish line in second place in Moto 1. And I do apologize again that I didn't think to wipe the GoPro there, but also that's kind of what it looks like to race motocross. Like frequently during motocross races, my vision is equal to or similar to what you're seeing here. So there's just a lot of aspects that make racing motocross really difficult you might not even think about. Love the genuine hype coming off the track there. That was a sick moto for me. Second place with the tip over. Pretty awesome. Moving on to Moto 2.
No idea.
30 plus amateur lap.
You were like the fourth or
But I was
fifth.
on the second gate drop, so I wasn't competing with the first three. I might have got second.
You weren't competing at all with him?
No.
Oh,
That's him, A class.
that's hard
I'm
to
racing,
tell.
that's like pro. I'm racing amateur. So
Yeah, well.
I was third through the first turn,
Yeah.
and then I passed a guy, and y'all might not have seen it. I crashed.
No, we didn't.
Oh yeah, I crashed. Dude passed me. Oh, you're probably not gonna be able to.
A little bit slower off the gate that time, but we've already pushed our way into third by the exit of the first corner, so definitely can't complain about that. Running 1, 2, and 3 the same way we did in Moto 1. So I know if I push a little bit, I should be able to get around this guy. And really the only thing I'm thinking this Moto, my mom's here, I'm trying to show off a little bit. If I push hard enough, I might be able to catch first. So we're going to try to make this pass pretty quick. He went outside, I tried to go inside. Hard to change directions in that corner though. Deep sand, kind of wet, ton of ruts. Cutting to the inside here, just following. I see first place already dropping us a little bit, kind of panicking, knowing I need to get around. You'll notice on the exit of this corner, he looked back to see if I'm still here. I'm like, brother, I'm not back there. I'm up here. I'm on you. I'm coming. Pushing around the outside here. Going to try to catch the outside exit of this corner. Dried up a little bit since the beginning of the day. Hammer the throttle. That's the pass per second. So we're going to sit second pretty much the entirety of this moto. The rider in front of me, I was riding kind of comparable lap times, really just 2 or 3 seconds off. It adds up over the course of the race. He dropped me a little bit. Caught up to one of the guys on the first gate drop here. Lost my cool a little bit about that. And once again, in this corner twice, I just stalled it. I think my arm pump was so bad that I just couldn't feel the clutch. I thought I pulled it, I didn't pull it. But it's nothing much more sad than even rewatching this video. My dirt bike just will not start. It's super hot. Those were back-to-back motos. The bike was running super hot. Was in gear, just didn't want to start. And we've dropped all the way back. But on a note of positivity, I know I rode really well that day. I know in my heart that I think I was the second fastest guy in 30 plus amateur there that day. I know that I got like 7th the last time here in July, racing the same dudes. I've obviously gotten a ton faster. Some unfortunate errors this day, but my words of encouragement are going to be practice hard and race easy. Don't try to push it, because when you try to push it, like I said, I was going to try to catch first that one. Ended up just absolutely blowing it. I probably could have, by the time I got second, I probably could have just sat down, chilled the entire moto, taken home a second place trophy. Wanted to try to push for first. Learned my lesson on that. As always, I appreciate y'all tuning into the video. I look forward to catching you on the next one very, very soon. Till then, peace. Yo. you'll see, I mean, I really pushed those last couple of laps after getting up after the tip over. Actually caught 3 guys here. Unfortunately, this is going to be final straightaway last lap. I do believe if I had one more lap, I could have probably passed all 3 of them. Just wasn't quite able to get there. Not too disappointed though, mostly just stoked on motocross and how far I've come in my 2 years of racing. Really appreciate y'all. Hope you have a good day.